It's my pleasure to give you a warm welcome to this third edition of the EU-African SME Summit.
So what is happening here? What is happening here is the EU-African SME Summit. We started yesterday, we're still here today. So yesterday we listened to all of these delegates that came in from Germany, and part of the EU delegation team came to tell us about all the opportunities that we have from an Africa perspective to connect with the EU from a funding perspective, and what are the trade gateways from an Africa perspective. Today is a different story because we've got our entrepreneurs presenting to try and see if they can secure funding from these investors that has come to visit South Africa from the EU. So today we see about 20 presentations of young entrepreneurs that are presenting to these investors. We also have workshops, we've got panel discussions, all to try and empower each other so that we can see how we can trade across borders and how we can trade with the European Union.
The message for this interesting conference is there is a huge potential that we can unlock together only if people-to-people networking, people-to-people organizing our future, unlocking our potentials and facing our challenges is feasible.
So in Africa, we have the challenges that we're facing. We have the solutions, but the policymakers are a stumbling block in actually getting where we need to get to. So if EU can come in and support African entrepreneurs like myself in giving us resources that we need to make sure that we scale the businesses.
This kind of relationship between the EU and Africa helps us to mitigate a lot of SME and business challenges such as finance, market accessibility, technical expertise and capacity. So I think this kind of relationship shows the continent of Africa and that of Europe, the different areas of synergies where they can work together to boost economies of both continents. There are very many brilliant ideas in Africa, and there are very many opportunities in Europe. And more can happen when we come together.
So the significance of this is to try and strengthen those relationships. There's also the Europe-African gateway from a trade perspective that we've got to try and strengthen to see how we can get our products, we can create new markets in Europe, and they obviously want to create new markets here in Africa.
I look forward to seeing you, many of you, again at our next EU-African SME Summit.